Overthinking is not a personality flaw. It is often a habit formed through stress, uncertainty, emotional experiences, or feeling the need to stay in control, and the mind learns to constantly analyze in order to feel safe. The problem is that the mind does not know when to stop, so it keeps looping the same thoughts, searching for certainty where there is none, creating mental noise that feels productive but actually drains your energy. Overthinking usually shows up when you are tired, emotionally overwhelmed, or disconnected from the present moment, and that is why it feels louder at night or during quiet moments. Why you can't just stop thinking. Telling yourself to stop overthinking often makes it worse, because resistance creates more tension, and the mind pushes back harder when it feels threatened or judged. Thoughts are not commands, they are mental events passing through awareness, and learning to observe them instead of fighting them is the first real shift toward peace. When you stop trying to control your thoughts and start allowing them to pass without attaching meaning, they naturally lose intensity. Creating distance from your thoughts. One of the most powerful ways to stop overthinking is to separate yourself from the thought itself by reminding yourself that you are the observer, not the thought. Instead of saying this thought is true, gently say this is a thought I am having, and notice how that small shift creates emotional space. You do not need to answer every thought, explain every feeling, or solve every imagined problem, because not every thought deserves your attention. Grounding back into the present. Overthinking pulls you into the past or pushes you into the future, so grounding yourself in the present moment helps quiet the mental noise naturally. Notice your breathing, the weight of your body, the sounds around you, and remind yourself right now in this moment you are safe. The present moment is always calmer than the stories the mind creates, and returning to it gently trains your nervous system to relax. Letting go of mental control. Many people overthink because they believe that worrying keeps them prepared, but worrying does not prevent pain, it only creates it early. Trust grows when you allow life to unfold without mentally rehearsing every possible outcome, and peace grows when you accept that not everything requires an immediate answer. You are allowed to rest your mind without guilt, without explanation, and without solving tomorrow today. Overthinking does not define you, and it does not mean you are weak, blind in life, or failing in some invisible way that everyone else seems to have figured out. It simply means that at some point your mind learned to analyze, to anticipate in order to protect you from uncertainty or emotional pain. And while that pattern may have once helped you survive or cope, it does not have to control you forever, because with awareness and patience, even deeply ingrained habits can slowly soften. You do not need to silence your thoughts or fight your own mind as if it were an enemy. The thoughts are not the problem. The problem that every thought deserves your attention or your emotional reaction, and when you stop treating every passing thought or meaningful, you begin to reclaim your sense of choice, realizing that you can observe your thoughts without obeying them, without engaging them, and allow them to pass without letting them dictate or how you move through your day. Each time you choose presence over panic, even in the smallest moments, softness or self-criticism when your mind's spiraling, and rest constant rumination that leaves you emotionally exhausted, you are gently retraining your nervous system to recognize safety instead of threat, calm instead of chaos, instead of control. And this process does not require perfection, discipline, or forcing you to set it right. It simply requires noticing and allowing yourself to be human. As you allow this calm to your body and your awareness, you may begin to not come from thinking harder or replaying every possible outcome, but from giving your mind permission to rest and to release the need to have everything right now. And when you stop forcing answers, solutions, clarity has space to rise naturally, quietly, and in its own time, reminding you that peace was never something you had to chase, only something you had to stop interrupting.